Hello everyone. We will start with our new topic in Smartform. That what are the various ways to debug a Smartform? In the previous videos, I showed you the output through debugging mode, and I told you in the future we have the topic how to debug a Smartform. Now we will learn what are the various ways to debug a smartphone. We will go for our smartphone. Important topic. I will go for my smartphone. If you see in the smartphone, we wrote the logic in the initialization tab. We wrote the logic also in the program line. But now you can see there is no way to put a session or external breakpoint. If I will show you any of the program or function module, you can see we have a way to put a session breakpoint or external breakpoint and program will stop there. But if you will see the Smartform, there is no way how we can put the session or external breakpoint. The breakpoints are not visible here. Now, we will go for revision of our previous concept. You cannot put the session or external breakpoint in the Smartform. But we know every Smartform generates a function module. So we will put the breakpoint in the generated function module of the Smartform. Many times people ask, those red marks are not available, how I can put the breakpoint? Just think, they are not here. But we know every Smartform has a function module, and the function module is totally replica of the Smartform. And we will put the breakpoint in the generated function module of the Smartform. Suppose I will run the Smartform. I will display the function module, and we know we wrote the queries inside the Smartform. It means those queries will also be visible in the function module of the Smartform. I will search for select because every query has a select keyword. Please choose the radio button in master program. Enter. And you can see those same to same query are here. I will go for the query. Now you can see there is the option to put a breakpoint. You can put a breakpoint. Suppose I will put a breakpoint. Now, whenever I will run the program, whenever I will run the Smartform through the program I'm running, suppose I will give the input. I'll pass the device, and you can see my program stops here. So this is not the way that you cannot put the breakpoint session or external. The only thing is you have to put in the generated function module of the Smartform. Now, another way you already know because those were covered in the debugging topic itself. What is another way to debug? You can put the statements through coding. Suppose I will go to Smartform. I will go where I put the logic. Suppose I will write break hyphen point. You know, this is a user independent breakpoint statement. This is the way how you can put a user independent breakpoint through coding. User independent means if I will enter into debugging mode any other user who is running this smart form, they will also enter into debugging. So this is another way. If I will run the smart form through the program, you can see I will enter into debugging mode. And you can see my program stops on break-point. Another way, you can put a user-dependent breakpoint through coding. I will go to Smartforms. Now I will put user-dependent breakpoint through coding, means break space username. This is my SAP login ID. And whenever I will run the smart form through the program, it will automatically stop there. And you can see I entered into debugging mode. We know user-dependent breakpoints are always preferable. So never prefer user-independent breakpoints. So if you want to debug, why you are saying others to enter into debugging mode? So you can always prefer break space your SAP login ID so that the breakpoint will be applicable to you. And the best way is put the breakpoint in the generated function module of the Smartform through those red marks, session and external. So what are the various ways to debug a Smartform? What is the conclusion of the topic? You can put the breakpoint in the generated function module of the Smartform, because we saw in the Smartform, we cannot put session or external breakpoints through those red marks. But now, what is the other way? If you want to debug through coding, so you can put break-point or break space username. So far, always prefer user-dependent breakpoint. Never go for break-point statement. So this is the ways to debug a Smartform. That's it in this video. Thank you.